morning to all. Respected BP Ravi sir, Principal Secretary to Government, Department of Forest Ecology and Environment, Government of Karnataka, and Chairman of Karnataka State Pollution Control Board. Respected Subramania sir, Principal of RV College of Engineering. Respected Radhakrishnan, HOD from Civil Engineering Department, RV College of Engineering. Respected all the stakeholder departments who have come over here to take part in this very important program. The officials from Police Department, officials from DMEA, from industry, from BBMP and various other stakeholder departments have come over here. It's a very good sign. Respected officers from the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board and the faculty members of RV College of Engineering who are very important for this kind of program, and the students of RV College of Engineering and media representatives. The importance of clean air for blue skies has already been highlighted by our Mr. Lokesh as well as Dr. Lokeshwari. In fact, this is the 4th year. In fact, all of us know that atmosphere has got natural gases. The constituents naturally occurring in the atmosphere, is the nitrogen, which is about 78.084%, oxygen, which is about 20.94%, and then a very important gas now, which is in discussion, is the carbon dioxide, which is 0.033%, and the argon, which is 0.947%. So this is a naturally occurring gases. Because of the anthropogenic activities, the imbalance has occurred in the atmospheric gases, resulting in the rise in temperature. That we all know. And entire world is focusing on reducing the greenhouse gas emissions. They are trying with various mitigative measures, adaptive measures to ensure that the temperature does not cross 1.5 degree by 2050. So this is as per the, the 1992 United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, which was held in Rio de Janeiro. Later on, various protocols were formulated, and very important protocol is the Kyoto Protocol, which was, which was in the year 1997. Then we had, the Paris Agreement. It is in the year 2015. Accordingly, SDGs were formulated by each countries, and Sustainable Development Goals have become part of our programs actually. So we have to ensure the, implementation of Sustainable Development Goals by 2030, so as to achieve the, the level of temperature below 1.5 degree by 2050. So various measures have been taken by government and also by various other academic institutions, to ensure that the GHG emissions are brought under control actually. Coming to today's program actually, so United Nations General Assembly in the year 2020 has designated 7th September as the Clean Air for Blue Skies, International Day. Why they have done it? The very importance of this, designation is the air is inseparable from all of our life forms. You can't imagine life without air. So we need to have clean air. So we know that how the journey started as far as India is concerned. Of course, world over, Clean Air Act were, enacted in the year 1970 itself. But then Government of India has taken an initiative to promulgate the Air Act 1981 in the year 1981. Then we started monitoring the air quality. What is the level of, air quality we are, having in and around our cities, in and around our, the villages. So then we started with only 2 monitoring manual stations in the state actually. Then now the numbers have gone up tremendously. We know that population is increasing, the number of developments are taking up at various faster rate. The industries are increasing. Unemployment problem is there. People are migrating from villages to the cities, and very inadequate infrastructure at the city level, town level has caused very stress on the environmental components, whether it is air, whether it is water, whether it is the waste management. So unless until we ensure proper management of these components, we will not be able to ensure clean air. This is a very important thing we must understand. Whatever individual can do, whatever community can do, whatever departments can do, whatever the academic institutions can do, they have to do at their best. Then only we can ensure the clean air. Keeping that in mind, in fact, this year's theme is focused on Together for Clean Air. A very, very important theme United Nations has given. Very apt for today's circumstances, actually. Because, we have to bring harmony with the nature. In order to bring harmony with the nature, we have to work together. No doubt we can't go back to our pre-industrial era, that is 1760s, because the level of CO2 emission, level of pollutants, if you compare, definitely we have contributed a lot actually because of the development. But then we have to strike a balance. We can't say that we can't do anything, but there are various measures to be taken at various levels to ensure that the clean air is ensured for everyone, so as to have a healthy life actually. So keeping that in mind, United Nations has come out with this year's theme, that is the Together for Clean Air. It's a very apt one, and with this theme actually we have started today's program in collaboration with the RV College of Engineering. In fact, the very important step we have taken as a part of clean air is in the year of course, since 1981 the monitoring programs were enhanced, and the programs, manual monitoring stations were introduced, and then later on the real-time monitoring stations were introduced. As of now we have about 35 the continuous ambient air quality monitoring station, as well as around 39 manual monitoring stations across the state. But monitoring alone will not help us to bring down the pollution levels. That we must understand. Principal, when we had interaction in the morning, he was mentioning the awareness creation, sensitization of the various stakeholders is a very, very important aspect. Our principal secretary has acknowledged that one actually. Yeah, we have to ensure that what kind of pollution levels are there, it should reach to the general public actually. It should be meaningful one, and he should be able to understand. He should be able to understand. He or she should be able to understand. Whatever values we are communicating, that is not going to help in any way to a common man. That we must acknowledge. And in this direction, I request principal, principal of RV College to work on these issues, so that using technologies, using the advanced methods, how we can communicate to a common man about the air quality. This is a very, very important the aspect to be addressed during the coming years. Keeping all this in background, we thought that today's program we should schedule in such a way that it is going to helpful for all the stakeholders, government departments, academicians, and also the the regulators, pollution control board, and the local bodies. So we have scheduled the program in such a way that initially a presentation will be made by CPCB, Central Pollution Board officer, who will talk about the National Clean Air Program. What are the targets and how we have to go about, what are the action plans, when we are expected to achieve these targets. All these things will be dealt by Mrs. Selvi. And then we have a session regarding the next generation sensing and modeling techniques. Very well-known representative from CSTEP is here. He has worked with the Karnataka State Pollution Board as IOR, Institute of Repute, as far as the National Clean Air Program is concerned. He is with us. He will deliberate on the various issues regarding the advanced technologies. And then we have a presentation related to the BBMP, out of 4 non-attainment cities in the state, actually we have, somebody has already mentioned, 131 non-attainment cities are there across the country where we have monitored the air quality. There may be other cities having more deteriorating air quality, but then wherever we have monitored across the country, we have identified 131 non-attainment cities during 2011 to 2015 monitoring program actually. And out of 131, 4 are in our state actually. There are about 12, the ambient air quality parameters stipulated under National Ambient Air Quality Monitoring, standards actually, notified in the year 2009 under the Environment Protection Act. Out of 12 parameters, all gaseous and particulate matter parameters were monitored, and only with respect to PM10 there is an exceedancy. So this particulate matter mainly generating from the industrial houses, from the construction activities, from the mining activities, from vehicular emissions, all these things have been taken into consideration while formulating the action plan, and these actions have to be implemented by the stakeholder department. Unless until, that's why today's this thing itself is, theme is together we can bring clean air, not in isolation, not in silos. We have to come together. Then only we will be able to address the effective action plans, and then implement it so as to achieve the, targets fixed under the National Clean Air Program. That is, by 2026, we have to reduce by 40% particulate matter concentration, which is in exceedance as of now. So this is our targets that will be dealt by, Rohini Subramaniam. In fact, she has already gone through the action plans. Implementation is happening at the BBMP level. She will elaborate more about what steps they are taking to ensure that the levels of PM10 is brought down considerably, especially within the standards stipulated under the National Ambient Air Quality standards, as well as the target fixed under the NCAP, National Clean Air Program. So then we have presentation regarding operation and maintenance of the continuous ambient air quality monitoring stations. So we have about 35 continuous ambient air quality monitoring stations across the state. In fact, how we are monitoring these stations, and then how data transfer is happening, that will be elaborated by NVIA India Private Limited, a representative looking after these air quality stations. And then we have a presentation from our own HINOS expert, Dr. Prakash. He will be making presentation about the ambient air quality monitoring and modeling, especially with regard to industrial pollutions. So after that we will have a concluding session. There ends the program actually. It is good that we have started the program on a very good note. In fact, with inauguration of the continuous ambient air quality station, with as well as the display system. In fact, this is a program, in fact, we started in the year 2009. When we approached RV College, though they readily agreed to share their space to establish this station. I must thank at this point of time the principal, the management of RV College of Engineering for immediate response to our request. This is the overall program, and I request all of you to take advantage of this program and take home what best can be done by individual, as a community, as a department, as an institution, academic institution, so that by next year we will see clean air, which is a need of everybody. Thank you very much.